Hello? This video is to publicize the reality of Korea's long-standing election fraud to citizens of the free world, so I would appreciate it if you could watch it until the end. After the 21st National Assembly election, which took place on April 15, 2020, 120 out of 253 districts across the country were filed for election invalidity lawsuits. With the election invalidity lawsuits filed, ballots have naturally gone into evidence preservation. According to Korea's Public Official Election Act, the Supreme Court stipulates that in the case of an election invalidation lawsuit, the ruling must be completed within 180 days from the date of filing. However, the Supreme Court did not even have a recount for more than a year before conducting the recount in some districts, starting on June 28, 2021. To our surprise, however, there was a flood of fake ballots in various forms at recount sites. It was the result of replacing the ballots, which were being preserved for evidence, with fake ones. What's more, all of them were shoddy enough to be recognized by even local dogs. Despite the above situation, on August 31, 2023, the Supreme Court of the Republic of Korea concluded all election litigation, ruling that there is no evidence of irregularities. No evidence? That's truly laughable. Even for a dog. With 180 seats out of a total of 300 through the above clear election fraud, a group of social communists, the ruling party has steadily progressed the socialization of Korea. Meanwhile, the group of social communists, now the opposition party due to government change in 2022, secured 192 seats through massive election fraud in the 22nd National Assembly election on April 10, 2024, have caused paralysis of state affairs by committing numerous impeachment and budget cuts. Under the circumstances, please first look at the actual conditions of the fake ballots revealed at the above recount sites in 2021.
They are different in thickness and weight. They are fake. There are no signs of folding. That is, fake ballots that are as stiff as a bunch of new bills. There were also some that were cut off on one side, beyond the difference in the left and right margins. There were also some that were less cut, like proof of cutting after mass printing. Some were printed by overlapping the top of the proportional representation ballot at the bottom of the ballot for lawmakers. The Supreme Court justices at the recount site strongly blocked the photo taking. I guess they knew what a bunch of ridiculous fake ballots those are. Some were attached to each other as a result of not completely removing the adhesive applied to the side of the paper bundle for cutting after mass printing. Some of the ballots were stamped all red. There were a lot. Some of them seemed to have been ripped off by hand while cutting a bunch of such red ballots with a knife. If a self-inking stamp with its cap closed is pressed against an ink pad and then used, it can create those ridiculous ballots. Some of them didn't have a voting officer's seal on them. Not only did there not have a voting official's seal, but there were some that didn't even cut the line. There were some that didn't even have a serial number. Are there any vote official who will issue such ballots that have been undercut? Or who on earth would stamp those ballots? In some cases, not only did the left and right margins differ each other, but there was also red arrows printed at the top of the ballot. The red arrow was moved from a ballot roll proof label to a fake ballot and then overlaid on it. It's incredible. Those are fake ballots that can never come out under a system of issuing ballots that print out the T one by one. They even stamped a completely false signpost with a dented shape. Out of over 7,000 ballots, more than 3,000 ended up like that. It's truly a cause for deep regret.
How did you see the pieces of evidence proving that evidence of the rigged election was replaced with fake ones? I confess with a deeply sorrowful heart, to the point of wanting to cry out in shame, that Korea is a hopelessly corrupt country. As you have witnessed above, under the circumstances, If you are in a relationship with a Korean who is one of those listed below, I respectfully recommend that you declare an end to the relationship with contempt, or ponder whether to continue it or not. That is because he is a person who lacks basic civic consciousness and a sense of justice as a free world citizen, and you cannot expect any precious human relationship with him. 1 Election Commission and Supreme Court officials, serving as members of the group of social communists. 2 opposition party lawmakers as the group of social communists, seeking to overthrow the national system. 3 disgusting ruling party lawmakers who turn a blind eye to the rigged election and national destruction, thinking only about their own safety. 4 mean politicians who discuss the president's resignation and the consequent early presidential election even in the face of national collapse. 5 journalists who are only devoted to completely biased reporting as a force sympathetic to the group of social communists. 6. The so-called intellectuals of lawyers, professors, college students, etc., who do not feel anger and shame over the rigged election. 7 Christians who sympathize with the group of social communists. To you who are watching this video, I kindly ask for your help. Please spread this video as widely as possible. This is a heartfelt plea, in the hope that the many shameless people in this country may come to their senses through criticism or ridicule from the outside world. Thank you very much for watching. May God's grace always be with you.